Hi. So I'm going to be on about, it might be a bit earlier tonight, about 8:30. Um, I've just found a chat that we're going to throw in tonight. I know of this person, have watched some of the videos before, found another great one today that I don't think I'd listened to, and I was like, yep, it's about energy. Because everything is energy and we're energy. So I said I was going to talk about the Q map and the other side of it. Um, and a bit of energy, how to protect yourself against energy vampires, as we like to call them. I have a few that follow me, um, but and why people from that side, lower, uh, negative people that have negative entities stuck to them, um, always moan about other people being victims and why they're getting censored and blocked. There's a massive reason why you're getting blocked. A lot of us know about energy and we know how it works. Some of these people don't. That's why they moan about it, because they get sent over by the minions, which is what I'll be talking about tonight, because it's very, very interesting. It's not like I've not spoke about this before, because I have, and if you're there, say hello. But some people don't know they're doing it. Some people know damn well what they're doing. But they know that some people don't know. But most of us, a lot of us do know. Hi, Miss Chime. Yeah. Well, it'll be a little bit on this video that you can listen to is great. Hi, John Binney. Hi, Queen of Swords. About protecting yourself around low, negative entities that attach to you. I don't mean you in chat. Hi, National. Hi, Marit. Attached to you when you're in a lower negative energy, and why basically they keep you in a lower vibration. So these entities can come in and feed off your energy, and then that's why you feel depleted, you feel depressed, you look like a bag of crap, whatever, because it just depletes your energy. That's what they feed off. You want to call it fourth dimensional negative entities, which is actually on the Q map. It is very true. And as I've talked about symbols before, this channel, which I'll shout out after, is talking about symbols and how people get so caught up in the Illuminati and, oh, it's the Masons, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, oh, it's the one eye symbol. I have said before, they've used our symbols just because they know what it is, and they know how to protect themselves, and they know how to go after people's energy. You can know these things, but it's your intentions if you use it for good or bad. A bit like Aleister Crowley and stuff like that. Even Hitler, you know what I'm saying? If people do the research, they'll understand. Hey, can you see me? Yeah, I can see you, Binny. So I'll just be doing a bit of a chat on that. It's probably re-going over things I've talked about before, because it basically is what I've been harping on about for a long, long time. Everything is energy, we are energy, and there's entities out there that have come in, and they, doesn't mean you can see them, but they take over other people in lower negative realms to come in and suck your energy. Because if you drink a lot, I'm not saying if you have a drink, if you drink a lot, there's a reason why it's called spirits. It's the reason why you get angry. It's the reason why people get so hooked on certain things like synthetic stuff like that and drugs, because it's to keep you in a lower vibration where these lower lower negative entities like to come in. So this is why I say, if you're holding your energy high, you know, we all have our blips and that, but to remember to get back to that space, um, it's better for you. It can help you. Not sure I can join granddaughter visiting in the weekend. That time about 8:30. You can catch up with it later or whenever. Don't worry. I'm going to come on a bit earlier. I'm still sat upstairs sewing, doing. I thought I'd sit up here just because I can see outside it's raining today. You get negative energy people who, so yeah, that's why they call them vampires. It can be your friends, it can be your family. If you have people around you, this is what I've said before, you've got to either let go of them or just don't see them as much. Don't see them. That's why I don't watch TV, I don't watch the news. It's all lower negative stuff. But yeah, they're energy vampires because they steal your energy. Because when they get you, for example, I'll be talking about tonight, trolls that come in on live chats, trolls that come in on, if you've got a channel on YouTube, when you get people coming in from other channels because they used off the people on that channel, You know, if that channel's low vibrating, the people in that chat will be low vibrating, and that's why people come over to troll other people, because they try to distract people. Hi, Red Eye Jedi. They try to distract people, bring their energy down, to either try to fear them off what they're doing or whatever. What I've always said is you just push on, it pushes you forward. Some people it doesn't push forward. Yeah, that's why it is a spiritual warfare. Yes, you're right, Miss Chime. That's why it is a spiritual warfare. It's to do with energy, our energy bodies. But you have a choice to either, the awakening is to do with, you see all the lies, you see all this, then you realize that, you've got to armor up in high vibing energy. Because if you're not, this is why I've said be careful what you eat. Yes, I know they put a lot of stuff in everything these days, but be careful what you eat, what you drink. Yes, it is all about balance, because if you're sort of person who likes McDonald's and drinking all the time, you'll have energies attached to you. I don't eat stuff like that. I don't have takeouts. I'm not saying don't do it, but if you're someone who does that a lot and you're wondering why you're depressed and you're feeling a bit cack, maybe look at what you're actually doing, eating, saying, speaking, who you're hanging around with, the sort of people. It might not necessarily be you, but who are you hanging around with? Who is it that you normally would see maybe, and then you wonder why you feel a bit cacky later, a bit low? Who are you hanging around with? It doesn't mean that person's bad. It just means if they're vibing low and they're attracting these high mark, they're attracting these low high revel, they're attracting these low negative entities. That's why they'll talk to you in a certain way. Like, I get it all the time. I put something up on Facebook the other day and people are just so, why don't you go back to making your nice bracelets, Dolly? Oh, because I'm talking truth and you've got your head stuck in the sand and you don't want to listen to it. I'm only trying to help people. But it's like it said on this channel, which I will be shouting after because you can listen to it. It's quite a long one. I have said this before. It's nothing new. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We're not waiting for a saviour, no matter what you believe in. In fact, the things that are here to guide us, but it's us that help yourself. That's why I say on my channel, don't believe what I say. If you think I'm woo-woo, whatever you think I am, it's not about that. It's about seed dropping to people, inspiring people to go on the path and do the work themselves. That is why I'm always shouting out. People are too lazy and they won't get off their asses and say they've got no time to look and to investigate, sort of like research themselves. That's why I've said it. It's not for me to give, it's not for other people to give stuff like, what can I do, this and that. It's for you to go and see what works for yourself, because sometimes some things don't work. For what might work for me might not work for you. You might do it in a slightly different way, but it is for you. It's your journey to do it yourself. Nothing's free in this world, as like, it's for you to do it, not to become lazy. And I've shouted that out loads of times. Some people get offended by it. I don't really care. Get off your ass and go and do it yourself. Just say it. I do, If I resonate with something, I'll look into it and I'll start doing it, like meditating, or, people getting freaked out by the orbs around me at the minute, people thinking it's from the devil. Well, people would say that because they're in fear. It's a feeling, it's an energy. Energy's all around us all the time. But a lot of people who are in religious communities, very highly religious, or, fear. They're in fear. Fear keeps you down in a negative, low vibing energy. Fact. And just like they said on this channel, which I will be saying again, I loved it. If you know what the jinn is, then you'll understand. If you don't, you'll have to go and look up what the jinn is. Religion. Rely on jinn. You're relying on jinn. So if you know what jinn is, you know what I'm saying? And that's not saying everybody who's into a religion is bad, but do you know what you're feeding into? We are our own gods in that sense. We are sovereign. We are one. Omnipresence, that sort of thing. So, hi, Brian. So, hi, everybody in chat. Mark, Miss Chime, Brian, Revel, Red Eye Jedi. Who else was in? John Binney, Mary, Queen of Swords. So, yeah, I was just listening to it while I was doing some work and I thought, yeah, it's not nothing I've not talked about before, but it's funny how you can look at things in the past and it come back round and you're like, actually, it makes more sense now than it did then, because when I first heard stuff, I was like, what? Yeah, something that resonates, but it's a bit weird. But now it's like, oh, yes, it totally makes sense. Yes, love, love, love to everyone. Exactly, because love is the key. As much as some people think that's a bit airy fairy and hippy dippy, but it is. Yeah, keeping high vibe is so important. It's hard and it's a journey. It's a beautiful, magical journey, though. That's very true, John. It is hard. People go, it's not, it's not. Yes, we do have ups and downs, and yes, we do have these negative entities trying to pull us down. That's why it's hard. And they know that, but they know once we wake up and we know, we will fight back with a stronger power, which is love, light, positivity. So boom, boom. And that's what I see quite a few people doing. But this is what people have got to understand. Don't come on YouTube making a channel if you're a bit weak and you're not ready for backlash, because if you start talking about certain things, you will get backlash. And if you get entailed up with that, like back and forth business of back and forthness, which is hard because we all get triggered. I've done it in the past. It takes your energy, and that's what it's all about, and that's why they come in and do what they do off other channels. I've had it here. I know people who watch me, I've been in some of them chats, and some people have come away from those chats because I think they've actually finally woke up and realised what these people are. These people are keyboard warriors. They don't come out and meet people in real life or sit down and try to have a chat with them. They just think every way's their way, and what they think about people is the God's honest truth when they haven't even met people. So, just saying. So how are you all feeling today? It's rubbish weather here today, but high vibing still. Gaia's purging all this energy as well. And the person who I'm going to shout out after also mentioned the film The Dark Crystal, which I've said it all goes back to the light in the end anyway. You've just got to wake up and start using your God-given energies, powers, whatever you want to say, for you and to help other people as well. Positive popcorn's in. I know my popcorn's so in. And realise who you truly are. Do you have plans? Do you have Christmas plans? No, it's going to be a quietish one this year. For being popcorn, watching what's going on. But this is why you've got to learn about what you are feeding into. What is it you're feeding into? Why did you go somewhere and maybe feel bad after meeting somebody or something or whatever? Something to do with, energies. And that's why I'd really do laugh at these people who come over even to my channel and ask why they've been blocked. Try and work it out why you might have been blocked, or do you not know about energy? So, never quite with you, Dolly, especially with the orbs. I know, and I know you have lots too. And yeah, someone came on the other day trying to say I was either bringing the devil in or something. I was like, believe me, if it was that, I think I'd know because I'd feel the energy. It was not bright white light, beautiful, friendly, fun, inquisitive. Nah. My little ones always take my energy. It's hard with children, and they can get affected as well, but it's hard with children, but then again, like my little one can drain my energy, but kids are bags of energy, aren't they, as in a fun way. It's just sometimes we get annoyed with certain situations with kids sometimes because we're programmed to be like, sit down, do this, don't do that. What are you doing that for? Because we were programmed to do that when really you should just let them be what they want to be with their imagination. Because I think it was Kanye West said before I go, which was brilliant once, when he started waking up, because Kanye is awake now. He's broke away from the machine, the system, the Hollywood, the entertainment business, which is research on that if anyone in here doesn't know, but I know most of you do. He said when he started waking up about his child, he said, imagine it like you've gone to a restaurant. I know it's embarrassing, but your little kid, like a toddler, has got on a table. Yeah, children are like orbs. They're fun, and it is be childlike, be the child divine. Like I've said that before. Go back to your imagination. Your imagination is everything. If you're feeling bad energies coming in, imagine yourself with, even this person says in here, and I do it, mirrors around you, it reflects back to them, because what they're putting on you is they're reflecting that about themselves that they don't want to face up to. So yeah, Kanye gets a lot of hate, but he's broke away from the system. It wasn't his fault. A lot of them, I've said before, don't hate on all of them. A lot of them have been sucked in, they've been threatened. I've said this before, so I'm not going into it, but Kanye said one not long back, his one of his kids he said, imagine you got in a restaurant and your child jumps on the table and starts going, oh, and your first thing, obviously, because you're in a restaurant, is like, get down, sit down, stop being silly, you know, you tell them off. But in that child's mind, he's imagining he could have been jumping on the table because he was being Superman and he was climbing up the mountain. You know, when you think of it like that, it's like, oh yeah, I didn't think of it like that. In his imagination, you know what kids are like, they're seeing, they're imagining he was Superman and you've broke him down because you've said, get down, stop being silly. Well, he wasn't being silly, was he? It's just because we're around people who go, look at that child being, that parent can't even, you know, tell them how to, you know, be so proper. Oh, do you know what I mean? I'm in one of their moods today, but it's a high vibing mood. So I'm just saying, let them be, twin and myself here, crazy, silly at the end. Yeah, and it doesn't matter what age you are, you should always laugh, especially laugh at yourself. I do it all the time. That's why I'm not bothered about talking about what I talk about if people think I'm mad, because I think it's quite funny. And that's a high vibration as well. You've got to be childlike. You get it programmed into you as we get older. You know, as soon as we go to school, to have it drummed out of you. Stop using your imagination. Your imagination's not real. Stop doing this. You're silly for imagining that, this, that. I've always been like that. Very high vibing imagination. Still have. That's why I'm the way I am. I'm not letting anyone take that away from me. That's why when I look back now, I see things like, oh, why wasn't I giving money to certain charities like Feed the World? And why did I think it was a bit like, what's all that about? Why are they still starving? Which I will be talking about tonight. And the people promoting that. And why didn't I think this about that then when everyone else was doing it? Because obviously, subconsciously, I knew there was something going on. Didn't know at the time, but looking back, past proves the future. I'm like, oh yeah, now it makes total sense. If anyone understands what I'm saying. And you might look back on your past now and think, aha, that's why I didn't think that about that when everyone else was running around going, so yeah. Oh, thank you, Miss Chime. I love all you lot for who you are because you're really great people in chat. And that doesn't mean we've all, you know, we're not all perfect. We're perfectly imperfect. But I know a lot of you in chat come from a loving place and you want love and prosperity and all that good stuff for humanity. I do. This is why I come on here and talk about what I talk about. But the biggest thing is you must research yourself and you must do the work on yourself. If you're not feeling to meditate, do something else, but just make sure it's something for you that's going to help calm you down, switching off from the TV, this, that, and the other. Yeah, John Binney, love you all on all parts of you. Yeah. And I will be touching on that tonight about, it's probably why I'm coming on a bit early because you know what I'm like, I talk for England. People's relationships, that's relationships with friends and relationships between men and women. And I'm going to talk about this because it's happened to me a lot, especially with men that don't understand, and it'll be vice versa to men and women. But because I'm a woman and I can talk about how it's happened with me with men that don't seem to understand what a friendship is and seem to think it's something else just because you're talking to them. You know who you are because there's a few people out there. It's not about that because they don't understand that people can be loving and care for people, but it doesn't mean, let's say for instance, they fancy that person. They're getting mixed up because they're not used to someone being nice, which is understandable because that's how everyone should be anyway. So I will be talking about that. I think I've talked about it before, and it's nobody on this channel, so don't worry about that. I'm just saying. But I know there's some people that do watch that have got the wrong end of the stick. 5-year-old pulled a bag of Cheerios out of the backpack this morning and they spilled everywhere. They both looked to me seriously, and I just started. That's the thing, because we've got to start doing it. It's so hard if you've got little kids. I've done it. I've still done it with Finn. You know, the first reaction to turn around is go, "Oh, for God's sake, why have you knocked the bag over?" But then if you sort of look at it like, right, let's deprogram ourselves. Let's observe. I would normally go, "Oh my God, what have you done?" It's like, breathe, right? Just start laughing. Oh dear. Dig the bag, jump off the side. Oh no. Like, make it fun. Because really, when you think about it, when you're doing that, out of a quick reaction, it's a bit fearing. So then it puts the fear in the kid, you know. It's mad when you think about it, and it is hard. 5D relationships are so different. Exactly, John, because people understand that when you actually do meet somebody, because you've spent a bit of time being friends, not the other, because that's what people don't understand. They don't even understand what the porn industry is. They don't understand, um, they're not looking at them things of, oh, I only fancy that person because they've got money, or because she's got a great backside, or this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Because it's true. That's what people do. They only look on the outside. They're not respecting each other. There's lots of those relationships going on at the minute. I see it all over. I've been in one. I see people still in them. It is, oh my God, it's not nice. Rather be on my own till a special person comes along. That's all I'd say. The one orb came after a meditation, and I was having a lovely time, and my brother flying high in the cosmos, he told me to do a video. Then the orb, oh, that's why I did that. Really, I know people might laugh, but when I did the video the other day with a home, whatever, I was just expressing through sound, and they were all there, 7 and 17, whoop whoop. Yeah, they loved it. I know it still sounds a bit Native American Indian, but hey ho. Oh, bye, Mark. So yeah, it'll be about 8:30. If it's not, it'll be 9. But I'm gonna try and come on a little bit earlier. Maggie, great day for England. Keep strong. Love you all. Yes, Maggie, thank you. Whoop whoop. There's a plan, and even if it doesn't look like it's going to the plan, there's a plan. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Whoop whoop. Just saying. Just saying. Keep that high vibration, because I can't wait for 2020. I think I'm more excited for 2020 than, I don't know. But yeah, Christmas is going to be good. Christmas is going to be good. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Miss Chime. It's not that I'm trying to do a Native American Indian. It's just I was in my bedroom and I thought, I'm feeling this sound needs to come out. So I did it because I haven't got my tongue drum yet. My tongue drum still hasn't come, because we all know about energy, frequency, and vibration and sound. So they do love sound. That's why I speak to them, as mad as it looks. But I don't care about looking mad, because they all call us mad, don't they? Mad actually means you're actually, not going with the system. So yeah, and they came in really strong, and especially the one at the end where it just blipped in. Beep, 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 beep. But don't forget, it's from the devil, as someone said, who's fearing. Oh, well, if that's what you think it is, you can go and fear that. You recognise the melody? Yeah, I mean, it does sound Native American Indian-ish, obviously. But I was just doing what decided to come out. So yeah, so we'll have a good chat, because I'm going to show the Q map, the other bit of the Q map, and we'll discuss a bit of that. Then I'm going to give you some videos, and this video I've just been watching now is brilliant. And some of you will know of this person if you know of Max Spires, so it will be a bit of a Max Spires sort of chat. But it was just ace, because the way they've put this together with a few of them, it was just really, really good. And you may have heard of it before, but it's good to just go and re-listen to something sometimes. Especially, like I'm saying, when you look back now and you realise. I watched The Golden Child last night. Oh my God. There was so much in that. It was brilliant. Especially the song that I put up on my community page. I think The Greatest Man in the World or something it was called, if you get them lyrics up. Really good. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people know about Max. There might be some people in this chat or after that don't know about him. You just need to go and research really and see what you think. Some of you might not resonate, but I do. And his girlfriend, it's actually got his girlfriend in it. That's who I'm going to be talking about. But it's a chat she did with a few people. Yeah, Eddie Murphy, The Golden Child. You watch that, you'll see a lot about entities and energies and how you overcome and this, that, and everything. It was just really, really good. And I kept seeing flashes of light everywhere in that. But if you put the song up, Golden Child, I think it's the opening song to The Golden Child, The Greatest Man in the World. You listen to them lyrics about brainwashing. Max's mum lives in Broadstairs, the next town of my 2 mile. Ah, really? Yeah, you probably know about him then. A lot of us know about the story, but what she was saying about energies, and this is what people don't seem to know about. energies. So I'm going to be talking about it tonight. Because once you wake up into your true, authentic, positive, loving energy, the negative energy can't really work. So to all you trolls out there, you will get blocked on my channel. It's not about you censoring. Don't act like a victim. We know what you're trying to do, even if you don't know what you're a part of. You get chucked out. So sometimes it's a mistake because we don't see it in chat properly. But if you're a constant troller, you will get blocked. The real censoring is from the higher ups in YouTube, not people like us who are just getting rid of, yes, Sarah, who are getting rid of trolls on our channels. I don't stand for pathetic negative energy at all, because we know what it does to people. So see ya. So yes, Sarah. She doesn't give me a bad vibe. I've watched quite a lot of her stuff, and a lot of stuff she talks about I like. You know, and she does talk about positivity, loving, knowing to make yourself stronger with that. So I mean, it depends what you think. I don't feel that about her at all. I might have done ages ago, because when you do go through all this truthing stuff, you are a bit like, could she be a handler? Like, because that's what people do. But yeah, she's been traumatized, because one of her chats earlier, I saw that she was in these places where kids were in cages, and a lot of us know about that through the queue anyway. So, but traumatized, this is what I've said, most truthers, you out there as well, have all come to the truth because of some traumatic thing in your life. It doesn't have to be as traumatic as hers, because hers was, and these celebrities, but through a relationship breakdown or something that's happened, death in your family, whatever. But this is how they do it. And just like Sarah said, this is how they do it. It will either break you or it will make you. So it'll either push you to be stronger, which in most cases, I believe most in chat, it has pushed me to be stronger. That's why trolls, either they know they will break people, weaker people, or, as I said in the chat yesterday in Globe Live Tour, it pushes you to carry on, because you know that you're triggering them entities, and that you know that you're doing something. So it pushes you to keep talking about what you're talking about and take no notice. Do what you feel's right. Do what you feel in your heart. That's how I see it. So yeah, well, I'll be giving it out tonight, Revel, the video that I watched, not just with her, with a few other people, English people as well. And it was a really good chat. And when you actually listen to that whole chat with a few, it's not just like her talking, it's a few people. And they're all talking about the same thing, and it's what we talk about anyway. So it was really, really good, really enjoyable. And you don't have to watch it, because the screen's not moving. You can do your housework while you're listening 9 and 9. So it was really good. So I'll be sharing that tonight. And it's weekend, so, weekend coming in, so keep your vibrations high. If you're feeling miserable because the weather's miserable, so what? Watch a film, watch some films, or do something you like. Keep cozy, chill out, relax. It's okay, and keep your vibes up, people, because it is a spiritual war. Yeah, exactly, Miss Chime. That's finding your spirit. It's time now. Be ready for 2020. Exactly. It's all about bringing your spirit up. High vibing spirit, because they try to take your spirit away. They try to push you in the ground and deplenish your spirit. That's why it's called a spiritual war. We are all spirit. We are all spiritual. This is it. This is why I say keep working on yourself. We're all doing it. But going into 2020, you need to be strong-minded, open-minded, very full of optimism and positivity and love and all that good stuff. But we've got to keep working on it, and surrounding yourself by those people, by people who are in good ass positive energies. Because I'm telling you now, if you're still hanging around with people that bring you down, you're not going to get anywhere with it. If you're still watching people on YouTube or TV with negative programming and YouTube videos that are just getting everyone all riled up, going into Discords, because I've been in Discords before, where I'm not saying they're all bad, but I've been in and people are arguing constantly. It's an energy. Those entities will come in, and that's how they work. So I'm just saying, Yes, so I'm going now. So Dolly, thanks. Have an amazing weekend. You have an amazing weekend too, and everybody else. And I think it's Dave's birthday today, so we might see Dave after. If not, if he's out or something, hi Dave, happy birthday. I'll be doing your bracelet next to go with your necklace. I'm still doing some cushions and stuff, but as Lady V would say, we've got the victory. So keep vibing high, and I shall, I shall see you tonight. Bye. Bye. Oh my God, where's the button? I always do this.